Hi guys, how you doing? It's Chris at Uptrend Trading. Today we'll be talking about Hyliion Holdings, the EV maker of Class 8 trucking. We'll be looking at the fundamentals and technicals that will drive this stock and why I think this is a good buy near this point. Talk about the upside potential, also the downside risks. I won't spend too much time on the video, but without further ado, here we go. So taking it from their own investor presentation, Hyliion is an industry leader developing technology and electrification solutions to transform the environmental impact of Class 8 vehicles. Tortoise Acquisition Corp is a publicly listed SPAC that took it public. It now has over $500 million on their balance sheet to continue with their growth strategy. Right now we'll just be flicking through and seeing what other information we can quickly talk about. So what do Hyliion do? They provide two solutions in the trucking industry. One is a hybrid electric and one is a fully EV Hypertruck ERX that we see here on the right. So the Hypertruck will be competing with the Tesla. Forget about Nikola, I don't think they're coming back anytime soon. If you've seen the headlines, there's a little bit of fraud going on there, but you can see that their estimates are suggesting that they are a cheaper alternative to Tesla and make it more viable for companies to buy their trucks as opposed to Elon Musk. So as we can see here, Hyliion are suggesting that their EV truck is superior to the competition with over 1300 range in their vehicles compared to 500 in Tesla. Their refuel charge time is only 10 minutes compared to Tesla's 30 plus. Agility has pre-ordered 1000 Hypertruck ERXs. Now Agility are a massive company with over 5.2 billion revenue, 62,000 business customers, so they are a deeply legitimate company. So overall, when can we see the Hypertruck in action? We can see that there are various stages to this, and it looks like Q1 will be the start of commercialization and the launch of activities. So around February, possibly March, we'll see the first vehicle on the road, which will be a catalyst for the stock. Now let's look at the pro forma valuation. This is based on the SPAC price of $10. Right now it's sitting about $15.74 as I make this video, implying a valuation of around $2.5 billion. And here are the financial projections of Hyliion. We can see that the first year, which will be 2021, not much activity to be honest. Only 300 of the hybrid will be sold, generating $8 million in revenue. They're expecting a gross profit but a cash burn of $135 million. Bear in mind that they have no material debt and they have over $500 million in their balance sheet to continue with their growth strategy. It does say here that they're completely funded, so I wouldn't really worry about the cash burn in the near term. I think they have enough to see if they manage to hit these growth projections like they're predicting over the next couple of years, because 2022 will be a massive year for them if they get it off the ground with increasingly ambitious revenue projections. The fundamental catalyst for this as well is the Joe Biden administration has already indicated that they will spend heavy on green infrastructure. They most likely will be joining the Paris Accord and heavily focus on climate change. So the future of electric vehicles is very bright with the current government. And now let's switch over to the chart again. We can see that it's sitting at 1575. Plotting some lines here. downside risk, we can see $14 I've plotted here when this opened. When this merger was announced back in June, we've seen that it's had a really volatile journey, hitting certain points, reaching a high of nearly $60, and we've seen a big sell-off now down to where we are now. Now we can still see it going down to $14, but the pre-SPAC deal was at $10, so I consider this the floor. I wouldn't really expect it to go any further than that. Right now I am buying this stock here because of the risk to reward. I've already pointed out where the potential resistance is on this chart. The first point of resistance will be around 24.26, which is the gap that is created back in November. And then I've already plotted some resistance up here where it's touched a couple of times, support, and then resistance and resistance. So if it breaches 24.26, I expect it to hit this, and then overall medium term target would be back up to the $50 mark and beyond, hopefully. But as always, if you'd like to know how I'm playing the stock and want exclusive updates on what other stocks I'm looking at with actionable trade ideas before it goes live here on YouTube, please click the video description below and join my Patreon. I'm also offering a trading course for beginners and intermediates to learn how to trade the market successfully. I go through all the basic market principles, explaining how the market works and what tools professional traders use to earn a living. I'll be making more YouTube videos in the near future, so drop a like and subscribe if you enjoyed the content. Please comment below what are your thoughts on the stock and what you'd like to see in future videos. Thanks guys, see you again.